Okay, right, well, let's get it started then. To the month, it's been 5 years since I booted up and streamed any Hearts of Iron 4. I've not been playing it at all between then and now, but I've always wanted to come back to it. Hearts of Iron 4 is... It's a weird thing to say one of my favourite Paradox Grand strategy games. There aren't that many of them. But for a long time, it was second only to EU4, and with CK3 out, I kind of tied there in second place. Still, point is, I really like Hoi 4. I like the whole idea behind it. I like it mechanically. I really like the fact that it's a lot of build up and payoff for decisions that you make. So what we're going to do here is by vote, well, I put it up to vote, what are we going to be playing as, and Communist Sweden won, so let's get right into it. New game, 13 to 6 of course. I don't know why anyone would ever play 39. As a wise Finn once told me, why have game when you can have more game? So let's go. Thank you. Well, I'm going to be pointing out a lot of things that I don't recognize in Hoi 4. And here's one of them. I don't remember there being all this list of countries down here, but I'm assuming these are countries that have had content added throughout the DLC. That's my best guess. Yeah, Czechoslovakia was a nothing country before. Now they have things. That's weird. What do you even do as Czechoslovakia? I played as them once though, didn't I? Yeah, I strongly recall that. I strongly recall failing miserably as them. Okay, but speaking of horrible failures, we're into Sweden here. Nothing fancy. I'm not even putting on Iron Man mode. No, I don't think I will. Just jump into it on regular mode. That's what the majority of people play as, according to the telemetry. So before we start looking at Sweden, let's talk a bit about Hearts of Iron 4 and me. Or we could just not. Nah, I think I will. I have some unfinished business with Hearts of Iron 4, and probably if it weren't for peace conferences, I would have already done it. Way back when I played, I just constantly got shafted by peace conferences, and as I remember it, and I could be misremembering it, last time I played we were playing as Mongolia with horses only, as some kind of My Little Pony themed run of it. Not my idea, but I lost a bet and I had to do it that way. I eventually managed to invade Japan and make them capitulate, at which point it was peace table time, and the Allies got to do the peace table first, at which point they puppeted Japan, claimed I was at war with their puppet Japan, and declared war upon me. So I was at war with the entire world, and at that point, I'm not one to flip the desk and just rage quit, but that was me and Hoi. We had a breakup, but now we've got a bit of a rebound going back on. I have unfinished business with this game because there are two things that I really wanted to do and never managed to do it. One is a successful Liberia run. I tried a long time ago to do a Liberia trucks only run, and I tried to invade Ireland for some reason, and that just did not work at all. I could not figure out how to get a successful Liberia run going, but someday I hope to. I don't have the skills to do that now. I've barely got the skills to figure out how to play Sweden, but I hope to get somewhere with it. The other thing is I'd really like to play a 1944 German Reich run and correct the mistakes of history. I just really like turning around nations that are on their last legs and just winning with them. It's what draws me to nations like Grenada or tiny little city-states that I would play in EU4. German Reich's a bit different. They're not exactly little, but 1944 Germany... Oh, it's a bit of a different story. I'm being told the music is a bit loud, so I will drop that down a little bit. It goes up and down a fair bit, so it's a hard one to balance out, but I'll err on the side of it being quieter. Okay, they did improve peace conferences a little bit, territory costing more for people that don't occupy. You shouldn't be able to take it at all, but oh well, never mind that. I'm just so bitter over Japan and what happened there. But that was years ago. Here we are with Sweden then. What do we know about Sweden? Not a whole lot. I believe they're still a generic country in this. This is a generic focus tree, although you can zoom in and out of it. And I don't recall there being continuous focuses when I last played. I don't know if the meta for how you do your focus trees has evolved at all, but in my head it's all about getting those research slots. And then those more research slots, because we probably only have 3 to begin with. There weren't decisions when I played. I'm looking at this going, what in the world is all of this? Reorganizing railway systems, banning communism. Well, we don't want to be banning communism for this one. So, crikey, I don't know. Reorganize railway stations. It's worth putting out early that Backseating is going to be very much encouraged on this because I will not know how a lot of systems work, and I want to learn how they work. And having you guys bash me over the heads with the details can really help out there. Challenge accepted, Jake. I'm going to do the Mongolia cavalry only and Liberia trucks only this weekend. Ooh, if that's on stream, do give me a ping for that. Right. Kalmar Union, huh? I mean, that kind of goes against being Sweden, but it probably makes cores out of it. Yeah, I recall cores being massive for getting enough manpower. Bit sad that that was the only way to get cores in this game, but it's such a short period of time. You can't really core things over 50 years like in EU3. Jake, are you running any? I think I've got all the gameplay DLCs running. I don't have like Allied Radio and plane packs and tank packs because that's not stuff that really speaks to me. Haven't seen Jake play Paradox game in a while. It's been a long while. Crusader Kings 3 was maybe about a year ago or so. Clicking on the green dot, well, yeah, that's typical Paradox stuff. I don't think I need to know about hijacking the railway system. I mean, what does that do? Hub construction speed plus 300. Why would you not do this? This decision can only be taken once. It will disappear if you construct more than 3 additional... Yeah, well, never mind that. Commandeer civilian trains. Stability goes down. Okay, there's another thing that's changed. What's all this then? I recall political power, but I don't think there was ever stability. There was war or something or other. Unity, maybe. Like, if you had 50% unity, if you lost 50% of your victory points, you would surrender. That seems to be gone now. Instead, there's stability. And... stability gives you more PP. And better output. Hey, that's nice. Not to mention, less need for consumer goods. Excellent. Wait, is that excellent? Consumer good factories mine. Yeah, I think that's demand for it. War support. Not very high in Sweden. Mobilization goes down. Okay, surrender limit must be the thing now. So I wonder how you see a country's surrender limit. What's your surrender limit, Norway? Oh, crikey. God knows. Well, that's not going to be important for a wee while, I can imagine. Manpower, factories. Okay, there wasn't fuel when I was playing, and I'm already trying to WASD. Can't WASD. Where am I meant to put my left hand on the keyboard? Fuel then. Fuel. That was something that was asked for a long time in Hoi. I can't imagine I'm going to have many things that consume fuel for a while. Logistical Fulfillment. Represent how satisfied your supply lines are. If your country lacks trains or the motorized equipment needed for transferring supplies, you'll... Oh, okay. So in order to actually get our logistics from A to B, we actually need to have, in this case, 5 trains, a convoy, no need for trucks, thankfully, because we probably don't have that researched. And we have 25 convoys, we barely use any of them. All this is 0, okay. This is going to be agonizing if you already know Hoi, because I'm going to be going through every last drop of it, not really understanding what's what. These are our units. They're almost entirely consisting of these Armefordinning and Militiaområde. See, my Swedish is really coming on these days. I've only been in this goddamn country for 7 years. I don't know how to read this very well. I'm more familiar with what you see here. So what's this? This is combat width 12. I remember enough that your combat width should be divisible by 40 or 20. No, that's the wrong way to put it. But it should be like 40 or 20 or 10 or 4. That's what I seem to remember. Because combat width goes up to 40. That's what I think. They changed the combat width meta, Jake. Oh no. Combat doesn't work like that anymore. Oh no. You know how horrible it is to play a game that you haven't played in a while and realize that all of your information is so outdated? Oof, it's rough. Maybe that's why people become such stick in the muds about these things. You've got horses and infantry, and this one is just straight up horses. I might go for horses since they're faster, especially since they have the... these guys already have some recon for better movement speed. If I want to do some early advances on my foes, it might be useful to have a lot of these that can go really fast. Train has varying width now. There isn't any perfect number. Well, if I recall correctly anyway. During Barbarossa, the meta for combat width is pretty weird. A lot of things being viable for combat width, although 10 width is used quite a lot. Shouldn't you still stick with 40? I thought that the way to go is like, what is it, 7 7 infantry and 4 artillery or something like that. God knows, but I need something to work with. Okay, what can I actually start doing? Research. We have 3 slots. I always recall wanting to do basic machine tools and U for faster research. So better production, better research, and probably better construction. Well, what do we actually have? Basic rubbish here. Nice to at least have some stuff. I recall some people not having any of these. Did I ever play someone that needed to research support equipment? I can't remember. We'll get a light tank. I can't imagine we'll ever be using that. This is new. Engines and armor protection. I know they added a lot of stuff to do with modifying the tanks. I remember being at Paradox, seeing that stuff being made, and I thought, ooh, that's really cool. I like the whole assemble your own design for this, but God, I never played it. Never played with it. Got a little bit of artillery. I remember artillery being incredibly strong. God knows this naval system. There must be people out there that play Hoy for the naval system. Not me. I don't care about boats at all. Hopefully I don't have to care about them. At least insofar as more than having convoys and enough to secure my naval invasions. Still getting flashbacks to losing all my horses twice to that. God. Jake has become the worst of the Twitch Paradox streamers, the Hoy 4 one. I don't think I'm going to be the Hoy 4 anything. But I do like the game, so I want to get a lot better with it. Anyway, construction. Civilian factories. We have a staggering 3 of them. No, that's consumer goods. How many free civilian factories do we have? We have 6 factories that can still be used for trade or for construction. The numbers for building civilian factories and military factories have bounced around here, there, and everywhere. But civvy factories have gotten so expensive. Do I want civvy factories first? How many military factories do I have? I have got... I don't know. Here we go. I've got 3 in total. Infantry and support. Well, just get me that infantry equipment so I can have plenty of people ready to invade my neighbours. Currently full turns of viewers. The next... Oh my god, I'm sorry for everybody that's tuning in for this. Go and watch someone else play Hoy. This will not be beautiful Hoy. I can do a lot of games beautifully. Hoy is not one of them. Okay, well, I like civilian factories, so let's go and shove one over on Gotland, Småland, and Västergötland. See, my Swedish is just really coming along. How long are you going to take to do that? It'll be done in October. It's going to take all year to build a factory here. Let's hope I don't need infrastructure or anything like that. National focuses. Surely it's all about the industrial effort. And then you go construction, construction, infrastructure, infrastructure, research slot. The only thing I think you want to do more than that is make your way down this. I do want to join the Comintern as soon as possible, but probably better to get my industry going than anything else. But this is going to cost me a lot of political power. And that may not hurt. Yeah, the Swedes just get the default tree as best as I can tell. Political effort might be better. It's going to get me a nice chunk of political power early on. And I want to turn communist very early on. One thing that I do think I know or remember is that if you trigger civil war, you can make it a lot easier for yourself if you just don't have any units. Maybe I should get rid of all the units that I have and just make nothing but these horse people. And then that'll leave me in a good space to hopefully invade my neighbours. I don't know if that's a good strategy, but it's a strategy. Unless there's a very good reason not to delete everything, which I would love to know about. I think that's what I'm going to do. Unassigned divisions, low manpower. That's Sweden through and through. Nobody lives here. Why would they? You no longer need to use a civil war to flip ideology. Yeah, but it's faster to do civil war, as I recall. It changed a bit. It's tied to the decision system. You don't have to fight a civil war. But what if you can? You can prevent civil war. Civil war bad. Okay, well, it doesn't change the fact that we're going to want to change ourselves over. So for that, I'm going to need... Ooh, PP gain up. That sounds even better to get early on. I mean, that's going to... Well, 15% isn't a whole lot. Maybe I'll get you second. I don't know how much you want PP later on in the game. Still, I need Communism Man. He'll hopefully help me out. As for all my units here... If you have 50% party popularity and a minister that gives communism, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, referendum change immediately. I still think I should get rid of these guys. I'll lose a bit of training on them, but I would want to do training for the sake of getting army experience anyway. So... Didn't I just say no to disbanding all of them? Oh no, I said okay. Oh well, it's been done now. I recently remembered watching your Cav-only Mongolia playthrough. Now I tune into the stream. You're suddenly playing Hoi 4 again, says Casual. Yep, it's funny the way the world works on that one. Well, whether it was on purpose or accidentally, I just deleted my entire army. Probably not going to be a problem. The EXP training got nerfed. Oh well. I can't help but feel that Karlskrona is the best place to put my boats. Maybe Visby? Well, no, maybe this naval base level is important, so let's have them over in Karlswatsits. And let's set myself up to have just a whole load of horses, why not? So if I just... Oh, well, this is going to quickly tell me how many of these things I am lacking. Let's say I want 20 of them. That'll tell me how much I'm lacking in my everything for it. Alright, okay, it's plus and minus to adjust. God, these... I'm not at Paradox anymore, so I can complain all I want. Why the hell don't we have reprogrammable hotkeys for things? Training for army experience doesn't really work anymore. You want chief of staff thing. They give army experience per day. Oh, right, that all changed here. This is completely different. Don't recognize any of this. But adding people here costs military. Oh, doctrines are different. Doctrines are taken away from your decision, not decisions, your research. That's kind of good for people that have limited research slots. Right, what are all these people doing? How do you merge them together again? There we go. God knows what you're all going to do, but just sit there and don't cause me any problems. Okay. It's generally a good idea to prioritize equipment for supply. Jake, that way you prevent shortages. Equipment for supply. Well, I only have 3 military factories. 2 are on infantry equipment and 1 is on support, both of which are needed for, well, either of these, really. You've got engineer... Oh, you've got support artillery, which is funny, because I have no artillery production. I suppose that's not really ha-ha funny, though. It'd be really nice if people bought my steel from me and gave me more factories. I think they do, though, because look at that, I've got 9 factories active here. Where was trade again? I'm exporting a whole bunch of my tungsten. Oh, Czechoslovakia is taking my tungsten. People are taking my steel. It feels really good to play as a nation that actually has resources. There's a training screen. The top part. A training screen. I don't know where you're talking about. That's the wonders of delays on this. Okay, at least with this early start, we've got about 3 years before things start kicking off. Ain't a training screen, it's in the staff screen. Right. Wait, you can allocate command power? Military high command, lots of command things here. Generals, admirals, training gain. Loads of stats here. Scary amount of stat stuff. The AI is on historical focus. Fewer surprises for my first time getting back into the game. Seems like a decent enough idea. I'm talking about prioritizing supply that's at the top part of the unit recruitment screen. Click the tank button. Look at the top of the UI. There are priorities for supply of equipment. Oh, right, this whole prioritizing thing. I never bothered using these much before. The only thing that actually needs any of my supplies right now are the people that are getting recruited here, so I wouldn't worry about that. Military high command is what you want to get. For example, one's giving air experience. and wanted for the army give EXP. Great, well, I can't really do any of that right now because I've got a fat lot of nothing to play around with. But sooner or later we'll get our political effort done, and the first thing I want is a demagogue. I've played 1250 hours, I'm going to do a lot here, I think. Go figure. Well, as I said at the very start, my goal for just playing and streaming Hoya in general is there are two campaigns that I really want to be able to pull off. Liberia and 1944 Germany. I believe there's an NZig mod, or something to that effect, that lets you play as 1944 Germany. And I even had that installed, and it wouldn't run for some reason, but once I get relatively good at this game, I really want to give that a go. Okay, the game's telling me I can choose myself a chief of army, but it's probably just saying that because I have political power here. Yeah, I could get myself an old guard, which reduces army experience gain, but it gives command power increase. That sounds pretty bad. Surely I want train per day. And reducing division training time sounds amazing. I want Oscar Nygren then. Actually, division defense sounds really good. But you give less experience. Yeah, we'll go for Nygren. But not right now, because we can't have him. Also, for some reason, I have a free dockyard. Where'd all my production stuff here go? I swear I didn't have this extra one before. Well, it doesn't matter. I always feel like it's a good idea to have endless amounts of convoys going. For no good reason. The meta is quite blurry due to the recent changes. Old Guard is terrible. Please don't take Old Guard. Yeah, I gather that. I love actionable advice, so cheers. Normally this is a very anti-backseating stream, but Hearts of Iron 4, after 5 years of being out of it, I need that info, so I am ever so grateful that it comes in. So we get our political effort done. Immediately the Germans go to remilitarize the Rhineland. Good for them, right? They're just walking around in their own backyard. I don't recall Danzig being a demilitarized zone. Demilitarized for Poland? Bizarre, but what are you gonna do? Okay, no way we want liberty ethos. I certainly want my industrial effort, work my way down construction so I can get that extra research slot, and then ooh, more things are available here. Banning fascism. Is the decision system any good? It looks awfully tacked on, but this is just me looking at it here and now thinking, this doesn't feel very Hoy. Right. I thought they had some really nice systems baked into this with some countries though, but Sweden's not getting that for sure. It's better than nothing, but says Recipop. Okay. Well, what I absolutely want is my own demagogue. Where are you at there? Not fascist. Communist revolutionary. I need you. Get in there and turn me communist. Well, they got a long way to go, but at least it's not working up from fascism there. Now can I ban... Oh, I need another focus, don't... No, I don't. I took it. Can I now ban ban democracy here? Turkey remilitarizes the Straits. Good for them. Good for Turkey. When I was deciding on this campaign, there were 3 countries I put up for vote. I put up Commie Sweden, Fascist Yugoslavia, and Democratic Turkey. I was actually very surprised that Commie Sweden won. I really thought that Fascist Yugoslavia would win, but Fascist Yugoslavia was the least popular choice. Turkey was the only one that gave Sweden a run for its money. Normally I put it all into a wheel and spin it, but for this first one I just wanted to keep it simple and jump straight in. By the way, the still agreed thing for building military factories and civilian factories is you build civs until 1938 and then you start building mills. I'd imagine you want to switch to mill once you get the better equipment to be building, which if I can remember where anything is. Man, I really do wish this was like the old one. They just kind of blend together when I glance at them. Or maybe with the color-coded stuff. I'd imagine it's once this comes online and you want to just crank out your better infantry equipment. That's when you want to go full on for military, but I'm just guessing here. Again, I do not know this game, but I hope to someday know this game very well. I'll never be the best, sadly. Not many people can be the best at any particular game, but I've already got a handful of games that I'm really damn good at, so I'm satisfied with that. I was watching the end of my Caesar 3 run with Greekonomics, where I did a good bit of chest pounding to that regard, but I stand by it. I'm still the greatest governor that's ever blessed the world of Caesar 3. Some people can do better than me, but they can't do it live. Or if they can do it live, they don't do it live, and I wish they did. Can't help but feel that mechanical computing is good. That research speed is better the earlier I get it. I'm just dedicating a lot of time to something. Or we could just, you know, go full atomic from the get-go. That's not gonna happen. It's 36. Support weapon 1. Well, I do plan on actually fighting at some point. I might want this. I'll go for that first, shall I? Then the next thing that frees up is going to be going into the better research rate. Oh really? What ones would those be? Caesar 3 without a doubt. World's best Candice DeBebe player? World's only Candice DeBebe player? When do we research it? Oh yeah, Christ, how could I forget about Frostpunk? Ah, well, it's easy to forget about Frostpunk when there's been no news on Frostpunk 2 at all. It's been a bit sad. Anti-communist? Well, I certainly don't want any of that. Promises of peace? Certainly not. Prepare for civil war? Okay, so this is the communism on the rise stuff. Vocal political elements have begun to speak up in favour of the communist values. Oh, it's growing pretty fast already. Open up political discourse. This is just a way to sap me of my beloved political power here, isn't it? I'm familiar with Gamer Zach. I've watched a fair few of his building things. I think he and I have very different ideas of how to build a Roman city, but I'd never dream of pissing in someone else's cereal like that. It's always good to see more players for it. Oh yeah, also the foremost Draken player. But let's not confuse popularity with skill here. Finding support with an increasing number of the population, the nation's path to communism is open. Choice of peaceful or violent transition. So what does these even do? Open up the acceptance of diverging viewpoints in the government. This will eventually make it possible to... Or civil war. No time! No time for slow changes. But what do these do? Doesn't seem to be a lot of... There doesn't seem to be anything indicating what these actually do. That's what gives you the option to discredit the government, which gives more communist popularity. Referendum to change ideology without civil war. Would one ever truly want to do it without civil war, though? Well, you know, civil war is the only one I've known before, so why don't we go for political discourse? Oh, Christ, why do I feel like I've just signed off on all of my political power by doing that? Civil war will take a lot of prep. As you're at 110 stab, you need to be below 50. Ooh. Dang, that sounds dangerous. How do I keep getting more dockyards? I don't recall building dockyards. Oh, I know exactly why. It's because I haven't set this for infinite. No, it is set for infinite. Ah, I see what it wasn't set for infinite. You weren't. How does one put this to infinite again? There we go. Just make me destroyers. Hopefully there's no downside to having limitless amounts of destroyers. Civil War factories get damaged. Yeah, so why don't you just make sure you have no units when Civil War breaks out, immediately recruit a single guy on horseback and go and grab your victory point. That's how I'd do it. Maybe these days it instantly spawns your Civil War enemy with divisions to stop that being possible. But that way you can even seize all their equipment. In order to get a Civil War, you need to wreck your stability. Is stability such a bad thing, though? Oh well, let's just let it all come together. London Naval Treaty, Britain, France, Italy, Japan, and the US. This is all stuff that you see 100 times before. It's nice to see the first time, but even 6 years on, I recognise these events from when the game came out. I get the feeling they don't want you to go Civil War. Well, I've already made my decision. We're doing this the political way. Well, Civil War is political as well, but we know this place, no politics. I wonder if I'm still in the game. They added I think, what was it, Jake Richter, leader of some kind of the GDR. Maybe I got Stalined out of the game. Who knows? It's been a while. Stability gives you bonuses, but Germany is the only nation where you get extra units when Civil War starts. Oh, that's cool. I still think Civil War is a better idea, but it's not what we're doing. Still waiting on tons of this stuff to come in. Where do you get an overview of stuff that you lack? Yeah, there we go. I'm waiting on 4.4 thousand infantry equipment. That's scary stuff. So what were the other things I can do for communism? I can hold a referendum, but I need 50% support, and it still costs a lot of political power. Makes sense that things would cost a lot of PP. Right, forget armaments, it's all about civilian stuff. We got our machine tools, and we got a boost in this. Ooh, right. Always the decision, concentrated or dispersed. I recall concentrated being the only choice in this because dispersed just straight up didn't do as good output for you. And then they added lots and lots and lots of bonuses onto dispersed to try and make it more competitive. And I think the big one was how quickly you can switch from one good to another. But I don't really care about bombing vulnerability. Who's going to bomb Sweden? I still think it's probably best to keep going with concentrated. Dispersed is better in almost every situation now, says Kaladin. I need you to back that claim up. It still doesn't give as good factory output as concentrated, but it gives you... oh, it gives dockyard output. Ah, but so does concentrated. Ah, it gives better base. Ah. Oh, you will be bombed. Does it actually do bombing now? Alright, well, you know what? I've never gone dispersed, so let's go dispersed for a change. Discredit the government. Yeah, no, I'll pass on that, thanks. And I won't prepare for civil war. We'll hold a national referendum as soon as we know we'll win. That's when you do referendums, when you know you've got it in the bag. Only a fool would do it the other way. He's right, the retention and efficiency is king. Concentrated pays off if you are going to build the same thing for 2 years and never upgrade or change it. Well, that's seldom going to happen. When I get the new good stuff, I'm going to want to change to it. Russia is big. But we're going to be getting real cozy with Uncle Stalin here. The question is Stalin going to mind that I beat him to Finland? Because I would quite like to beat Finland. Yeah, I'll be doing the world a favour. I'll be preventing the Winter War. And the Continuation War. Besides, I wouldn't feel very stable with such a disgusting non-aligned country on my border. Yeah, that said, we're people with a bit of schizophrenia about us. You need 50% communist popularity to do referendum. You cannot lose referendum if you get 50%. See, only hold it if you know you're going to win it. An invasion over the North Pole will surely go better than an invasion from the East. There's so much in Hawaii that I haven't done and want to do. I've never played my Brazil game. I have very, very fond memories of playing as San Salvador, though. And losing the entire run, because it doesn't matter what you integrate to your country, they just care about your core lands. So when I lost this one province, my entire nation capitulated, and the US got all of South America. That was a long time ago. I don't know if mechanically it's changed, but that bitterness will stay with me for a long time. We know about bitterness, right? Yeah, this is me right here for my San Salvador run. Pizzarific says, I have very fond memory. You know, Pizza, why don't you post that clip in chat for people that haven't been around in this channel for 6 years? They might get a kick out of it. It's still telling me that I can get some officer corps, but I want to keep my PP for this. I don't know enough to run a tight PP budget. I remember El Tanto. There are more ways to draw resources from uncored territory now, if I recall correctly. There's a lot you can do with having puppets under you, and then you exploit them for their population, as I recall. And then, again, from what I recall, you just feed them old crappy guns until they want to be integrated. That still doesn't help with the whole coring issue. Sweden looks like it's given a bit of a freebie, though. If they can get cores on all of this, it won't help their population that much, because it's still a wasteland, but it might help a wee bit. I might want more of those resources already. Digging out more crap out of the ground normally isn't that great, but Surely a lot of people are going to want to buy my... In fact, it's all getting sent out there. How's my building work being done? Oh, very nicely. I don't know what else I'd want to do other than excavating more of that iron. Get me that steel. Is it iron or steel in this game? Ah yes, we take pure steel out of the ground. That's what I like to see. New resistance system allows you to squeeze occupied land dry. Is it still the case where you need to make a lot of military police divisions and then post them everywhere? I remember the micro on that being incredibly intense. Jake, you should develop infrastructure in Lapland. Most of your resources are, so you extract more. Ah, resources play into that. But I'm working on my civvy factories, you have to understand. Although once this is done, I'll have a straight up 15, which would be rather nice. Then builds state improvement, increases supply, fuel capacity, Where does it say how much it increases raw resources coming out? It doesn't. I suspect I'd be invading Finland from Lapland though, so probably all the better to be giving infrastructure to. I could just max it out. Why not? Oh, wow, that's where all my steel is, of course. How much does it cost to improve infrastructure? 6,000? That's half a civilian factory and then some. Terrifying. Just checking that Swedish land is all considered Swedish core. There's not loads of minor nations that can pop out because, you know, Scotland was added in. Who else are we going to find around here? Brittany? Surely not. Wait, what the? You must be joking. Okay, well, fair enough. Brittany's there. Are you going to tell me Granada's in here as well? No, thankfully we're not going that far back. And then Yugoslavia really got the hammer approach. Herzegovina. That'll be an independent Croatia over my dead body. Do we have Montenegro here then? Yeah, Republic of Montenegro. We've got some Serbians. Of course, we've got some Serbians going on. Macedonia. Oh, sorry. North Macedonia. Bulgaria's getting their claims here as well. The Republic of Kosovo. It's a politically tense place, I'm sure. Yugoslavia is basically just Slav nation united, but really unstable. I'm well aware. That's why I like to crack all these jokes. Well, there's at least one viewer around here from North Macedonia. Funny you say that, because Granada is in the game, Jake. It's a formable. What, really? Who would go and form Granada? For what purpose? Anyway, I need those civvy factories, so gimme. I seem to recall this interface being a bit different. Scorched Earth. Disable railways, damage them, prevent repairs. Oof, well, I don't want to do that. Maybe it's just to jam in all of this stuff up here. Yeah, Gamp Granada. That was a terrible misspelling on what was otherwise one of the greatest campaigns I've ever done on stream, in Frostpunk, of course. I liked my Gamp Granada. I would also really like to have my goods out there. Well, during the time I've produced 1/4 of the goods that I was short on, and I don't mind constantly making support equipment because there is always a need for support equipment. It's just... Ooh, well, actually that production cap's going up nicely. Excellent. Pacifist Sweden using Scorched Earth and its own population, they never revolt. I imagine you could play this game just as Sweden, do nothing, and... Does this game actually have an end date? More to the point, can you continue on past the end date once you hit it? How are we looking on the... I think I might as well get the silent workhorse early on. Sure, it'll take a very, very long time for him to pay himself off, but... well, actually, maybe not. Civilian factory construction speed going up, same with infrastructure, sounds a whole lot better. Yeah, love me some industry, get me that. There is an end date, it kicks you out. Okay, so you'd want to go into the game files and change it to a later date then. I recall that being very easy to do in Paradox games. Hoi 4 doesn't have an end date, only really when focus trees run out and Germany dies as well as other stuff. Hoi 4 becomes really laggy. Couldn't you just kill all the countries? That would kill all the lag, surely. Been having bad experiences with games that just die to lag. What was the guest book in RimWorld misspelled? Gust. Oh yeah, I called it the Gust book for a long time. I used to be a pretty good typist, and now I'm a pretty terrible typist. It just comes with getting old, I guess. Alright, don't worry, it'll happen to you too someday. Might get going on my... this stuff isn't that far ahead of time, give me that. There's not much else Sweden can do other than be horribly productive. I was reflecting today on just how incredibly bloody expensive Sweden is to live in. But hey, we can craft a new Sweden with this. We can make our own communist manifesto. Why does everything cost so much money? I'm not sure Swedes get behind that. They don't like change. I don't like anything. A Dane is asking, how many hours do you have on mappies? I don't know what you mean by mappies, so I can't answer that. I would try, but I can't. Also, I'm still throwing my destroyers over in Copenhagen, aren't I? Not Copenhagen, Malmö. I need to change that. I need to remember how that gets changed. It's not from here, it's from here. And you're wanting to deploy in Scania? Well, let's have you over here instead. Did that do it? I don't know. Still saying it's going there. Maybe I have to select it from here. Ah. I think, yeah, it's all counting as that. I'm not sure if I can specify where it goes there. Just says to a port. Ah, well, I'm sure it's not a big deal. I don't even know how to use Navy in this game. Mappies sent a shiver of revulsion down my spine. Oh, map games, basically. Hoi4C... Oh my goodness, I don't know. EU4 is easily over 10,000 hours. Hoi4, put another 250, maybe 300 on that. CK2, negligible. CK3, 350 maybe. Vicky 2, 50 to 100. EU3, oh god, another 1,500. Okay. A broad coalition of democratic parties is preferable. Why even give me this choice? I'm clearly going for communism. But this is a nice big boost. Aren't you a bit at the mercy of these random events to boost that? That was a 10% boost, which is huge. Don't worry, nobody really knows how naval works. How long has it been since you touched Dane, if you keep asking stupid questions, then you're going to get some stupid answers. Sweden has been pretty damn cold for a long time. I don't think I've seen grass since maybe August. Discredit the government is another 10% off the Democrats. Yeah, but it didn't look like it gave me that 10% in communism. Maybe it did, and I didn't pay close enough attention. Does that include time spent playing EU4 at work? Oh, it was a lot of playing EU4 at work. Good times. God, I have no idea what I'm looking at here. Can I just assign somebody and make it feel like I'm doing something? There you go. Admiral Claes Lindström. You own the Navy. Please figure out what to do with it, because I never will. Right, this is it. That makes my life a lot easier. I'm not messing around here. Right, construction effort. Still worming my way down, although couldn't I go for collectively? No, I need to actually be one of these things. Right, well, I want that extra research slot, so we'll work our way down towards it. I don't remember the last time I saw proper snow. I miss snow. Yeah, I can't think of any year I've ever missed snow. I don't think I've ever gone a winter without seeing snow. But that's that Northern Europe curse. I've always lived... Wow, that makes Sweden look more north than I want to admit. Aberdeenshire stretches a little bit far, but... So once you hit here, you're in Moray. But they're not going to call it Moray here, they'll call it Scottish Highlands. Well, fair enough, it's not the place for detail. Anyway, this is home sweet home. It's pretty awful. I'm actually going back there in a couple of months. Should be nice to see how much of a wreck Aberdeen is these days. I'm told it's pretty terrible. So I look forward to going to all my favourite spots and finding them all boarded up. What part of the glorious nation of Scotland are you from? The northeast. I spent a lot of time in Aberdeenshire, but my home is in Moray. I've also lived in Edinburgh for a fair while. Edinburgh's where I lived before I moved over to horrible Stockholm, and I've been trying to leave ever since. And this year might finally be that year, because it's getting a lot easier to travel. You were right about the Ardbeg. It was a little disappointing. I'll stick to Lefroy for $20 cheaper. Yeah, but I think it's, even if a drink is, dare I say, disappointing, it's better to try new things. I find that a bit more enriching than drinking the same stuff over and over. Otherwise I drink nothing but Glendronach. Not sure if you can get Glendronach 15 easily anymore. Okay, there's a whole lot of nothing going on right now, but that's the early game Hoi experience. I did, however, I'm blasting through these constructions. Here I thought it would, I wouldn't get it done, but people must be buying my bombs, so to speak. Feels good to have goods to export. That gives Sweden a big boost up compared to others. Still tempted to move to Eastern Europe? Absolutely. My grand plan is to fly down to Warsaw or Krakow, and then just journey south, trying to find somewhere to plant my flag. Go down. I don't really care about Czechoslovakia. I want to check out Budapest and the surrounding areas. I want to make a quick ditch just over to see Vienna, and then plan to go along this coastline and just sniff out anywhere that's worth planting my flag. But we'll see. Maybe I'll think all of those suck and I'll try my luck at Japan. But that's been the dream for 2 years. Well, more like 3 years now. I had the plan all drawn up and then everything went to hell, but we know that. It's going to be hard invading all of that, says Tipmeo. I can give it a go, though. Right, are we popular enough yet? Yeah, no, this thing's taken forever and a day. Got plenty of this stuff, though, and people were saying you should hire people for this, so maybe I should get myself the... Yeah, I like this division training time guy. But it looks like this is an allocation thing. It doesn't look like something you just build up and spend, but rather you allocate. So if you have 100... Yeah, this isn't going to be a one-off 20 cost, is it? He's going to constantly consume 20 of it. I like that, and I want some army experience, so get to it, Oscar Nigren. God knows what experience my non-existent army is going to be getting out of this, but I dream of one day deploying these folks for battle. Make a quick stop in Bucharest. It was one of the unexpected gems of my Euro travels. Could well be considered... Oh man, I like that. Well, no, I like this. I like that 2 building slots for civvy factories. This one's going to add Norrland and Västergötland infrastructure. So I should probably make sure that that's not on my production list right now. Not production, construction. Didn't it say Västergötland? Am I doing that right now? Isn't this going to have a... No, that's me making a factory. Never mind that then. Just want my extra research slots. I want to get to the point where I have more of them than I know what to do with. I can get a Glendronach 12-year-old locally. Sounds interesting. I'll give it a try. Glendronach 15 is like chewing on tinfoil. It's as unpleasant as it sounds, but I really like how unpleasant it is. I used to generally order it each time that I went to the pub, but it's no longer in stock. Barkeep looked so unhappy when he told me he didn't have it anymore. That's just how it goes sometimes. Construction speed overall is, well, all this stuff. I believe in industry early on, so I'll be getting that. But didn't I say I wanted to get... I already got you. Not a problem then, and it's not 38 yet. I imagine for experienced players they just blitz through the start of the game and have everything ironed out, but I don't know what the good choices are here. There's a lot of looking at the map with nothing happening in early Hoi, but I like that. It's kind of like the build-up. Sets the scene well. How does this doctrine stuff work then? You probably have to go superior firepower with Sweden, since you need... Yeah. We don't have a lot of people to throw at them. Manpower is precious, bullets are cheap, and we can make lots of bullets with all of our steel. Who wouldn't catch us doing mass assault? Unless it's like quantity ideas where it's good regardless how you go it. Have you had Red Breast 12 before? I don't think I have. Doctrines cost military experience, Jake. Well, we certainly don't have a lot of that. Oh, the war is almost started, Luke Corn. Nowhere near. Change in popularity, daily communism support. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Wait, it said recruitable population down. That sounds like the opposite of good news. I'm probably going to have to make a save once I get through a lot of this, because I can totally see my invasions of Norway, Finland, and Denmark backfiring in a big way. I'm making a lot of presumptions that I'm going to be able to manage any of this. Okay, can we still be building up civvy factories? Doesn't look like we have a lot of... Oh, actually, Scania's got a lot of space for them. Just jam a bunch of them down there, then. And then fill up on military factories, unless we think that there should be more infrastructure. Yeah, there's plenty. Oh, it shows how much it's going to go up by. Wow, that's a lot more steel to be pumping out. I like it. I can't see a good reason not to max it out then, at least for the places that have stuff worth selling. Very nice. Get to that then. Once you're communist, it's usually still a good idea to go down the fascist focus path with manpower increase. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that being the choice on those. The communism one just really blows compared to fascism. What's this? Equipment conversion speed. Since when could you convert equipment? That's something else I'm going to have to look into. I also need to look into tech for oil. Oh. There we go. Get that communism going. We can almost call a referendum on it. How often does that thing update itself? Alright. Extra research slot. Pretty please. And then once I get 50 factories, I can get the next one as well. If you're going to bother with planes, and you should, focus on close air. So I think it's a bit early for that serial kicked. Oh, maybe it's not. Maybe since... maybe I can do something else with all of this research that I'm doing. That's not research. This is research. Maybe once I get mechanical computing, start looking at CAS. Alright. Come on, you snivelling Swedes. It's time to embrace communism. I trust you can fire the demagogue later on. I recall that being an issue before, but I might be completely wrong on that. Costs 100 for the referendum. Very well. And after that, I imagine I want to immediately start fabricating on my neighbours. Probably Finland first. I don't know if that's going to cheese off Daddy Stalin, but... wait, do you even have a... Do you even have... Yeah, you've got the Comintern, so I could join Comintern. But... if I don't call you to my war, I should be able to fight it on my own without bringing you in, because I don't want you to just eat up Finland for me. I recommend you... Oh, Christ, I forgot about all those... I forgot about all these things, didn't I? We could go to free trade. It's pretty expensive, though. But that puts a lot more resources to market and allows me to get a lot more... I guess me a lot of bonuses. But that 150 cost is a little bit intimidating. Have I actually maxed out my exports, though? What's that? No, I've still got loads left to export, so I have little reason to go free trade right now. Just finished what I was doing. What's this map game doing in my city building channel, says TBW. Well, you're not going to stamp down your mansion here. This is mine to be had. Right, okay, please go national referendum. Nope, we need more than 50%. Ah, more than 50% is not 50%. Alright, well, once that comes in, I'm going full commie. Oh no, let's not be tempted to modify a government. I need those political points to switch. That's a new one. Regional Defense Council of Aragon. Explain further. The heck is this? The Anarchist Commune. No faction. Non-aligned. Bizarro. Disbanded army. The army has proven its disloyalty. It's been disbanded by the government. We must rely on people's militias rather than a professional army. Crikey, death before surrender. Okay, so that means you need total occupation to make them surrender? Oh. Don't threaten me with a good time. Republicans hardly need outside assistance to lose. It's alright, backstabbing is what they do down in this peninsula. It must have felt really good to be Portugal. Actually, it must have felt really good to be Portugal all throughout history. Maybe a bit of pressure when you were cowering beneath Spain, but otherwise... Hey, there we go, it's referendum o'clock. Alright, communists demand referendum. So we get ourselves a new ruling party. Did not negatively impact our... That is just when you thought the Swedish flag couldn't get any uglier. Speaking of uglier. Sven Lindroth. Bring our... Oh god. Folkhemmet. Maybe I'm not going to feel so bad about switching to Kalmar Union at some point here then. Portugal's like Luigi, winning by doing absolutely nothing. Right, well, these guys at least are almost ready to go. Actually, forget almost, they are ready to go. I've managed to fill up all these. So, what are we going to do? Can I just start fabricating on you? If I wanted to conquer you... God, that's going to take a while. I forget why you would ever want to fabricate on multiple places. It just makes more world tension, it takes longer and costs more. And I don't understand. And I also don't know how long these things last, so I might as well make a save here just in case. Oh, game autosaves, of course. So what's this? Just gone commie. It's cheaper on the peace deal. Yeah, but if I have 100%, does that even matter? Surely you can get away with just one claim and that's your lot. There's a trick to fabricate on 2 at once and immediately fabricate on a second nation. They roughly finish at the same time. Fabricate, yeah, I figured 1 is enough. Look, Lappy is all I want. Why would I ever want more? So let's get that going. And maybe after a wee while I should consider doing Norway as well, since these things take so incredibly long. Yeah, peace conferences and multi-nations are just bleh, get what you can early and fast. France and Britain are allied, but where's the strategic reserve, France? Where is it? I don't recall these being unknown. I thought you could always check others' focuses. Oh right, am I finally going to deploy these people? They're not all trained up, but I'll put them on Finland's border and then make them train. So where are we going to have you pop out at? Well, out you come in Lapland. Oh my goodness, that's not what I want here. Location, Lapland, and then deploy everyone instantly. And then I'm not really sure I want to make more right now. It's going to cost me a lot of supplies that I don't have, although I could still have them set up for it. And then I'll just say that reinforcements are the higher priority than the new ones. Alright, how does this work again? There didn't used to be all this. This is going to be very rough, said Nordham. Ah, but I built all this infrastructure for Lapland. I'm sure they'll be fine. So I'm going to tell these folk to be under the command of... Still using the base game portraits here. Amazing. A hill fighter. Non-combat out of supply penalties down. Infrastructure isn't important for supply anymore. Okay, well, hope that doesn't hurt me too much. There's all this skill stuff, supply consumption. Well, surely I want supply consumption down. And who can I have in charge of here? Nobody. I would need a new commander. Do I want a new commander? Do I need to promote somebody? I have no idea. Give me a new commander. I can't even use them. I can't use any of these buggers. Ooh, cavalry experience factor. Hey, that sounds pretty good. Does that work for you being over them as well? Unable to promote. Well, that's a shame. Okay, I can't promote anybody. CP, is that like command? Oh yeah, it's command power. Okay, well, that's a shame for me. Doesn't matter. Weird guy. Go and... Oh god, now I have to remember how this works. You need a front line, And you need to make an offensive line. So surely I want to just come on down here. And then they'll be doing all that. Hey, how could I possibly lose? Game is immediately saying I have low supplies for my people. Well, that's not good. How low are we talking? Well, low enough to give me attrition. I'm assuming all this red stuff is bad. Look at that, they don't look too happy. Yeah, there's a lot of red on the supply map. Okay, then how do I make them not so red? Probably need to draw some kind of... Well, look, we got a naval supply that goes up to here. Mechanize the supply hubs for better... I don't know how to do any of that. Motorization level. What in God's name am I looking at here? Select your army. On the top row of buttons there's a horse icon. Click it until it becomes a bunch of trucks. That will help a bit. Select your army. On the top row of buttons there's a horsey icon. I don't even have trucks to give them that. That's probably not going to help out too much. Guess I'm not going to have that, that civilian factory just yet. Railway, supply hub. So if I upgrade this supply hub... Is that even how it works? Yeah, I don't have trucks. I'm not even sure if we have truck technology. What's trucks under? Armor? No, certainly not. Ah, here it is. We do have trucks, though. No, we don't. We do not know how to build a truck. Unfortunate Swedes. Remember what I said about supply being awful for miners, Jake? Welcome to mandatory 2 factories on trains and trucks forever. I don't have those factories. Seems like these guys are going to have a bit of trouble up here. What can I do? I don't need them on here. We're not about to invade anytime soon. Maybe if I just tell them to go over to Luela, they'll be alright with that. I just want them somewhere training so they're not all just... Well, I want them to be a bit more veteran. Now, what are we going to be working on after that? I've managed to forget. Maybe I want to figure out how to make trucks, but I don't think I have rubber for that. Ah! Close air support. I forget, don't you need... This is just a lot of letters that I don't understand. Don't you need close air support and fighters? Because you need fighters to maintain air superiority, and then you use these for close air support. Yeah, I think they do. If you click on the supply hub and click the little upgrade button, it'll auto-upgrade all the railways between it and the capital. Ooh. I like the sound of that. What's this thing do? Fuel. Well, our horses don't need fuel, so we're okay. But I don't have the military factories to be making planes. I think I already have some planes, though. Surely. Why would I not? Well, I like them a lot, so let's figure out how to build a truck. CAS alone is fine if the enemy has no planes. No idea if these other Nordics have planes. Pronunciation of a city like Luleå. What? Stockholm. There you go, John. Just for you. Right, I still need to suss out something about this logistics. So here's railway. Ah, I can click to upgrade the railway, but man, these railways are pretty rough. But surely it goes over to this seaport of mine anyway. And then, Oh Christ, that wasn't John, it was someone called Little Tiger. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing here. How do I get some blessed supply up here? Hover over states. See supply details. Isn't there a states map mode or something? Or is there a... Oh, here's a supply map mode. What the hell am I looking at? No, I think this is it. Yeah, this is me with F4 pressed. Still don't really know what I'm looking at here. What do I do to get some beloved supply up to Lapland? Now granted, that does sound like a tall order. Supplies demanded 1, divisions 4. Supply transfer Stockholm to Luela, Lapland, supply hubs, supply... Nearby provinces, range, efficiency, depending on weather, ground conditions, infrastructure, railway level, and motorization. Oh jeez. Press F4 but with Alt. Okay, that's rough. I've no idea what I'm looking at here. You need a supply depot at the end of that northeast train line. So you say I need a supply depot here? Man, do I even want this? This sounds like a lot of cost for a whole lot of not much. So supply hub, I suppose hub is what you mean. How long are you going to take to make? It costs 20,000. That's 2 factories worth. I don't like the sound of that at all. Build a port. It's faster and acts as a supply depot. Yeah, but I've got a port right here. Well, I've got a naval base. Is that not the same? Don't build those. They literally cost more than nuclear reactors. Okay. They don't, but okay. What should I do in order to get some supply up here? Because I want to have my troops training on the border until it's time to smash Finland. Just extend the railroad along the front line. Ah, that's lovely, simple advice. Construction, Gib Railroad. So I just go... is that even what I want to do? I'm not sure that came out the way I wanted it to. What the... There we go, does that work? Assign 1 division to each province, hold the rest in reserve. Railways alone don't do jack, says Zingus. Okay, great. What do I do, Zingus? That does nothing, Jake. The guy lied to you. Alright. Let's try again then, shall we? You can make a fallback line. We have good supply to train on. Standing on the border doesn't help. Build a line of ports on the... That all sounds bad. This is going to be horrible to... Jeez. Right. Well, you know what? Maybe there's enough supply if we just stand in Luela. Railway alone doesn't supply... Okay, but what does? Simple question. What do I do to get supply up to Luela? Join faction... Oh, Christ, we've still got the demagogue going on. Also, I need to get rid of this, don't I? Or else people are just going to keep on going back to it. But I wanted people to train up. I wanted people to train up for that. Motorize the supply depot. I don't have the military capacity to be building trucks. Only supply depot and ports give supply. You can extend with trucks. You have no trucks. Oh boy. Alright, can you guys just stand here and train then? At least... Oh god, they don't have enough supply here. Or do they? Are they really that bad? Supply status 92%? Yeah... Yeah... They'll be fine there. Well then, get to bleeding work. I want you guys training. What's the training button? Oh, it's not called training anymore, it's called exercising. Exercising just gives attrition straight up, so I'm not too worried about that, although it's 5% attrition, which is a fair bit. Okay, when am I going to have this thing done? 27, 28... I don't know how long it's going to take me to invade Finland, but I will want to get on my next war justification soon enough. Listen man, just move into the present, get some trucks. With what? I don't have military factories. Although maybe I could just start building them up once we finish this last bit of infrastructure. There you go. Once we get that going, I'll put people onto trains and trucks. Supply up there is bad. You should consider naval... possibly. I forget what you need for... Yeah, naval invasion would necessitate naval transports, as I recall. Where's the transport stuff? Yeah, here, carriers, isn't it? I think that's the one. You only need convoys. I could have sworn you need naval technology for that. Ah, we do. We already have transport ships researched. Yeah, cool. We start out with that. In that case, might be easier to just come in on a lot of spots here. What's the naval zone? Oh, that's one big zone. Alright, in that case, it might be a lot easier to just have you guys stand around in Stockholm, and then we can invade along here. We can encircle Vasa, Turku, Tampere, and get all of that. Easy peasy. Alright, sweet. By the way, how do these people... Can these people quickly go down? Like, strategic redeploy down to Stockholm? Take a train or something. Can only imagine how frustrating this is for people that know and love the game. Right, I would love some of these focuses, but wouldn't I rather have these military factories or even more civilian factories? More factories are good factories. Yeah, love factories. Give me the factories. Also, give me that research. Finally working on some trucks, right? Yes, now what else do we want? 38 is a wee bit away for all of this. What else is there in 37 that's worth my time? What are you? Ugh, ship stuff. Yeah, say no to ships. Radio is nice. Is it, though? I thought you had to give people radios. Oh, that's for tanks. Okay, this just straight up gives you a boost. Oh, well that's nice. Music's far too hyped up for just inventing trucks and stuff. It's my brain coming to all these realizations. That's what makes it so good. Are these guys really strategically redeploying? I'm not really sure they are. Okay, it's all kicking off over in the east. Press Control B, Jake. Huh. Looks like they're going... Yeah, now they're doing it. Why were they not doing it before? Regardless, we must ready people for war. Angered by Finnish posturing. I too am angered by the Finns. I'm just wondering at what point I should start justifying on Norway. Oh, Norway takes a whole lot longer, so I should go for their capital one, surely. Yeah, expensive, but let's start questioning whether or not Norway should be a sovereign state. Ah, the Hindenburg survived. Kind of sad that we don't have Zeppelins today. Am I in the comfort of a park bench? With the speed of a blimp, I suppose. Alright. Keep up your workout. I want you guys fit and ready to take on those Finns. I need to make sure that I'm ready to join Daddy Stalin. I hope. Well, how do I join his clique anyway? Oh, can you still deny calls to arms from your faction? I strongly recall being able to do that, so you can get all the benefits of the defense, but not actually be called into arms. Asked to join faction. Why am I not seeing it? Probably because my eyes aren't working. Yeah, there it is. Why don't you want to join? Ah, world tension isn't high enough, but if it were, he'd let me in. will crush the bourgeois dictatorship of Norway. I've been to Norway 0 times unless passage to the airport counts. I'm sure it's not that great. You need to plan the naval... Oh yeah, Christ, I forgot all about that, didn't I? How does this work again? I can't remember. Naval Invasion. Click on one of the highlighted provinces to set the invasion source. Right-click on the destination. So from Stockholm to here. And then I want you guys to go from here to here. And I want you guys to go from here to here, I guess. Here to here. The secret sauce is that multiple one-division invasions do the same as a big invasion, and they prepare faster. That does sound like a good secret sauce. I wonder if this is going to work. I can totally see it not working. Yeah, maybe it will, maybe it won't. The water isn't that deep. Well, I need to actually remember to do my my naval patrolling. Last time I did this with horses, it didn't work out to my advantage. How does that thing go for being ready for it, though? I mean, sure, they're still doing their exercises, but... You're limited to 10 divisions with your current tech. What, 10 divisions for naval invasion? Where do I see any of that stuff? Where's all the naval... I swear there was like build-up of your naval invasion plan. No, I don't mean the limit. That's going to be on the tech page, surely. Is that the one? Yeah, probably. Where was it again? Yeah, here it is. And that would give me another... Wow, 40. You can go a long way with that. What year is that tech? A long way away. You have to stop training. Oh, but I want to train... Alright, stop your training then. Are you guys going to get used to your... Where in the world am I looking? I thought it was this bar here. Don't forget to defend that northern border too. The Finns surely won't be able to make it into my country before I smash theirs. The start arrow is over at the portrait. Aha, here we go. Insufficient naval supremacy. Still preparing. It'll take 20-something days. Alright, but my justification won't be ready for a long time, so I should ignore that and just keep training for a bit. It's going to be funny when he can't even get naval superiority. Well, I like to think that I have enough destroyers here to take them on. Assuming I can remember how that works, which might be a tall order. You might need to import fuel to keep the fleet going during the invasion. We've got plenty of fuel here. Daily gain of 48, that's what I like to see. And if I need to, then I can. Sure wish I had more recruitable population, though. Or not have toaster economy. Ugh, get me off the naval screen. No one wants to be looking at that. Well, as world tension goes up, at least I get a bit more war support behind me. And someday Daddy Stalin will let me into his little clique. Well, it'd be funny if he ends up getting focuses on me because I hold Finland. The real winter war. Angered by Norwegians. The Norwegian military presence close to our territory has sparked increased concern. This nation appears more and more the enemy of the SKP. I come to think of it, since I can only invade with 10 units... Hang on, let's say I capture their port in Turku. Couldn't I just sail the rest of my units over there instead of having to care about a new naval invasion? Surely I can. I'll believe that I can, because that's what I want to believe. On top of that, though, I would quite like to have some units that are still up here, but I don't need that many of them, do I? What are we producing, and how well are we producing them? Well, it would be a lot better if I actually had enough stuff for them. I need a lot more infantry equipment. Hey! There was a lot of talk about how if Amelia Earhart makes it round the world and the Hindenburg doesn't explode, the next thing should be Amelia Earhart pilots the Hindenburg for the war effort. You need to capture the port with 10 divisions. Yeah, so maybe we should focus not on going everywhere here. In fact, to that extent, maybe I should just trash these plans. And then... Good, you're still exercising. Great, there'll be veteran status before we know it. Alright, so we just go over here and here, encircle Turku, take it if we can, sail everybody else over, and then we just crush our way through this. Or, I just hope that Turku has nobody defending it. It's hard, I don't know what the AI tends to do with their units. And then we have like a unit here, move in to take Turku, and then sail the rest over, and the other ones are just peppered around the coastline, causing carnage. Don't know. Invasion orders need a long time to prepare. You can give them the orders without units, otherwise you wait a long time. It only took about 30 days to prepare, though. 30 days didn't seem like that long, unless there was some kind of hidden cost on how long that takes. Right. Don't know how much I care about the rest of this stuff. Artillery is always good, surely. Interwar artillery. So many decisions. When in doubt, just get more stuff out of the ground. 30 days is a long time during a war. Sure, but we're not at war. I won't even have my justification for attacking them for another 133 days. So I can even wait 100 days before I start thinking about planning that invasion. At the very least, I'll wait until these guys are as experienced as they can be. Another couple of building slots. Right, now it's time to finally get some military buildings going. Although, daily fascism support plus... Isn't that a problem? Well, that would cancel out with my demagogue. Wait, I can only take this if we're fascist or non-aligned, and I am neither of those things. So I guess you can't take this anymore. Yeah, it used to be you want to take this even if you are going communist, but now it's not a possibility. So what do? You can do it if you're non-aligned, yeah, but I'm not non-aligned. I am... I'm a filthy commie here. Ooh, that's a lot of political power. You can keep flipping if you want to be gamey. Not quite. Indoctrination, stability up, more political... It just seems like a political power printing machine. Doesn't sound that great, though. I want my... Oh, wait, what's collectivist ethos? Daily... Yeah, get rid of those Democrats. No, we're gonna go for some armaments. There we go, they're almost done. And once they are done... Am I actually gaining from this training here? Wow, army exercises is about 1/10 of what Oscar Nygren's doing. I'm gonna need a lot more of these, so let's just pump up that infantry equipment. Marco Polo also. US Congress going neutral. They support the fascists by inaction. That's not how it works. Man, I remember all the troubles Japan used to have in actually being able to invade China. Are they actually able to do it now? Also, what was that noise? Maybe it was this. Unassigned divisions. Unassigned? Well, they're just kind of sitting around doing a whole lot of not much, aren't they? If you press Control K, they will only train the units that are not trained enough. Oh. Are we sure about that? Control K? It doesn't seem to be doing it. Or maybe it's control-click? No, seems like they're all doing it. Ah, shift-click. There we go. Cheers, chat. This kind of backseating can be very painful, especially since it's something we're so against generally around here. But I need it, and I do appreciate it. Alright, there we go. You guys are all ready to rock and roll, so cease your exercise, and it's time for action. Or at least planning for action. So I want you over in Turku. I want you over in this place. I want you over there. Did I lose the other one? Is this... Am I missing something here? There we go. There we go. The heck am I doing? You have to hit enter every time you're done. Alright, let's trash that and start again. Funny, I did it no problem last time. You click here, right click here. Ah, return to confirm order. There we go. I don't recall doing that before, but I'll believe it. So we do it again, here, here, here. Wow, this seems incredibly tedious. And I just finished playing Capitalism Lab. We're gonna shove these people. Surely the AI defends their capital these days. Perhaps I just throw them all around the place, especially if I can grab some Vasa. I'm just hoping that he has so few divisions that he can't smash me back, because my divisions are surely going to be very weak here. Is there anything up north even worth taking? Well, I'm going to deploy some units up the north regardless. If I end up countered trying to get it into adjacent to Helsinki, that's going to be the end of these poor buggers. But I think I'll send them in anyway. They're going to have the higher risk route. And then you... Is there a hotkey for Naval Invasion order? Doesn't appear to be. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slam a 6th one over here. Get a 7th one over there. Number 8. The Swedes keep yelling at me here. Send you over next to Helsinki. Number 9. I'm sure he's going to have units stationed over here. The AI loves to guard their borders. Zero man. Oh my god, where'd my manpower go? They're probably being trained up right now. I can always untrain them. I guess I'll have you come in here. And then the 10th one's got to go somewhere. Where are you gonna go? Go over there, just for fun. Alright, so then they're going to train up for that. It's going to take them... Oh, it only takes 7 days to prepare that invasion. That's lovely. And then what I'm going to do is, maybe given my insane lack of units and lack of everything, keep removing these until I actually have some manpower. There we go, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of you. 10 seems like a much more reasonable number. And we've got 231 Swedes that can be used for reinforcements. Excellent. Has Sweden imploded yet? I keep wishing. So then those guys are going to go out there, and then hopefully I secure this port, bring over the rest, and then we encircle and take Helsinki. But I'm sure it's not going to be that simple. How militarized are the Finns anyway? Oh god, they've got a lot more military factories than I was anticipating. What about units? Oh god, 6 to 28 divisions. That's scary. I might get blown straight out by Finland here. That wouldn't be good news for me. Can't I do a bit of intel? I swear there was a whole lot of intel gathering expansion done for this game. Our plans needed to gain naval superiority. I'm sure I have enough ships to beat them out on the seas. Oof, options upon options here. I mean, artillery's nice, but I don't have any artillery to speak of. It's almost 38. Maybe I should get some cavalry soft attack bonus. Bicycle battalion stuff. That's not that far ahead. I'll just grab that for now. Yeah, how does the whole spying stuff work? That wouldn't be officer corps, logistics, recruit, production, trade, diplomacy? Intelligence agency. What the heck? Create an agency. Yeah, okay, sure. What are we going to look like? This is a little lacking in insignias, but alright, I don't like the name Cibron though. Takes 5 civ factories for 30 days. That's not very long, is it? We have no intelligence. Did I manage to spell intelligence correctly? I-N-T-E-L-L-I. Golf Echo. Nancy Charlie Echo. Go. Alright, get to it. Bike artillery, win the war. Alright, great. Hopefully once that's done, we'll be able to get some intelligence on these nefarious Finns. That's still 100 days till we go, though. I have an emblem idea for your intelligence agency. I like that. Is there a way to... There must be, right? It's a Paradox game. I should look into doing more modding on Paradox games. Doing the modding for Cap Lab made me hungry for adding a bit more of that personal touch into the games. Because you can't rename the characters here, for example, can you? If I wanted to rename Eric af Eldom, not seeing an option to do that, which is a bit of a shame. I'll see if we can't shoehorn that bit in, get some chatters in as generals and such. It's real sad when that doesn't happen. He's also looking the wrong way. Why is he looking over to the right? There is a mod that allows bicycle infantry for all nations. I know, because I made it, says Marvin. Ah, but is it maintained for current version? Where'd my manpower go? My people need to stop dying on me. Alternatively, I need to actually switch over to extensive conscription. And I could do that because we're communist. It's very expensive, but probably worth it because manpower is just one thing we Swedes don't have. Oh, and one thing I might have, actually, is the ability to hire somebody here. So I could actually promote Mr. Cavalryman. Expensive, but sure, here you go. He's going to lose a skill level. Hopefully that's not a problem. There we go. Cavalry officer, you're in charge. Might have been the worst person ever to do it with, but we did. Your supply situation is pretty grim, 0%. Is any of your hubs still motorized with no trucks on that train? Okay, for one, where are you seeing the supply situation to call it 0? Oh, this. Yeah, I need a lot of trucks, apparently. Maybe it... Whoa, what are these guys doing here? Don't tell me you're on auto-deploy. They are on auto-deploy. I don't like that. That'll explain where all my manpower went, though. There we go. I'll tell you what, you guys can... Who are you going to be under? I don't know, who do we have to even assign to you? This guy, Commando Man. You make sure that those Finns don't come and stab us here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not enough to defend the border, but it's good enough. Yeah, I can totally imagine that's because this thing is still set to... No, it's not. There's no motorization level. Then who is set to need trucks to give me stuff? These guys? I have no idea. The northern... Yeah, I was checking it. This one? No, it looks to all be set to that. Is there not like some page that has all the rundown of my hubs and things? It seems like a real pain to manage. The army is set to that. Ah, yeah, somebody told me to click on this until it was trucks. I don't know why, though, since I don't have trucks. Well, let's see if that... There we go. Suddenly the logistics look a lot better. And man, maybe it's a good system, but it is hard to understand at a glance. There we go. Agency created. I have no idea how to use this thing. Oh, maybe not by dismissing it immediately, but let's make sure construction's working fine. Hey, finally getting military buildings going. I want more of them. Considerably more of them. So, what the heck do I do here? Intelligence, defense, operations, operative training, cryptology. Cryptology is a method of creating codes and ciphers. Oh my god, what in the world do I want to do with these things? And that's just one of these, isn't it? There's defense. Oh, it's the same interface here. You now recruit an operative. Send that operative to build a spy network. The slots at the bottom will become available. Great. Give me an operative. One available slot. The slot will unlock in 29 days. Slot by building the intelligence agency. Okay, but I sure don't see any slots down here. Oh, this! But it's still locked. Looks like I need to wait. That's strange. Why make me wait to build this up and then wait again? I take we have no intelligence from the Team America line. Stalin, are you sure you don't want to let me into your faction? Look at how dangerous the world is. I could improve his relation with me. God knows how you do that again. There is an improve relation thing. It will cost daily. Ooh, daily cost. I don't like the sound of that. Maybe if I trade with them, I'd get better relations. Spying as a waiting game. Ooh. You don't want into the faction before you've taken all Finland for yourself. Yeah, but I wouldn't invite the Comintern into this. Surely not. Sounds like a bad idea. What's also a bad idea is not having enough units up here to even hold this. How does the supply situation look? Okay, even with practically nobody here, it looks bad. But how do you get a read on the supply? Supplies demanded by... Supplies demanded by... Why is this so hard to read? Supplies demanded by 0. How many supplies are here? Total supply from hubs, supply from state, infrastructure. Oh my god, just give me two numbers to compare, game, please. Oh man. No nitro, I want to go straight up for... Wait, hang on. Maybe extensive conscription only costs 150 from here. Does anyone know if that's the case? If I go limited conscription, will the cost of this go down? Or do these stay the same? Extensive will get discounted. Oh, that sounds nice. Hey, where are all my people? I assume it takes time for them to join the manpower pool. It'd be kind of weird if it was instant. Hopefully that'll do it for my production of infantry equipment. Soon we'll have another one of those. Even sooner if we get our armament effort done. So maybe it's high time we started producing... Where is it? I could have sworn there were trains here. Ah, there's civilian train. And isn't this click and draggable? Wow, that is the kind of technology you do not expect to see in a Paradox game. Screw the votes. Give me the armament efforts. Basically exchanging political power for military factories here, but that's fine. I need military factories pretty badly. You'll only get them if you stop recruiting. Not enough manpower, not enough manpower. Click and drag feature broke one of my most popular mods, the 3-column production interface. I was never able to fix it. Isn't it unnecessary now? Because they give you the ability to produce things times 10 and 5, so you surely won't need quite as many columns as you did before. But then again, I can totally see people still needing more and more. There we go, we're starting to get some manpower in. That's what I like to see. I would halt recruitment for now, until you have at least some manpower to replace the people who die on the front. We're not going to die fighting Finns, they're Finns! Christ, they used to be under us. And they'll be under us once again. Okay, it's all going away. Still though, I do want one of these guys deployed out here. Tell you what, actually, we'll stick with the one that's actually doing alright here. And then once he gets up to trained, I'll have him join this. So at the very least, I'm going to have a full line here. Ah, the Sconia Vabis. We can now make trucks. And I will make trucks. How do I make trucks again? It's kind of a shame for miners that they must dedicate their precious military factories to this. Seems very grim, actually. I don't even have access to rubber for you, do I? Oh well, eventually I'll be able to do that, and then I'm going to big up more of that equipment. And, lots of research to be had, so what can we do? It's practically 1938. Doesn't open up anything along here yet. Spoilt for choice, haven't I? I could make my reconnaissance better, but that's a while away. Yeah, let's get ourselves some better support weapons. Would the railgun be worth it? So where can we see guns for our trains? We can put guns on our trains, right? Please tell me we can. That's really cool. The year is 1937. The far off land of Sweden wakes to the new invention, the truck. Under support. Whoa. Ooh, war austerity train. Cheaper to make. The other one was 70, right? Yeah, not sure I need that many. Armoured train, railway gun. So we need to make an armoured train this. Well, what good is a railway gun? Bombardment. Don't understand. Yeah, I put a single factory on trains. Can't believe they got this tech into Hoy. Good on them for it, though. I think I know exactly who put that in. Bombardment for siege. What? Alternatively, why don't I make myself some motorized rocket artillery? Now that seems more like what the doctor ordered. Also, what do we have here? Special forces. I really like mechanized trucks. I don't know if they're any good or not, but man, do they look cool. Nice speed, probably a lot of fuel consumption though. Since we have so little population, I'm probably going to want field hospitals eventually. So let's have those around. Good use for my trucks if I have too many though. The dude just invents the concept of a truck, now he wants rockets. The audacity. Well, it's good to see that my generals have such high faith in my plans here. Okay, we got an operative. Who are we going to have? Ebba. She used to be the CEO. Not anymore, though. Well-groomed infiltrator. Seducer. I'm not sure any of these people look that great, but you've got the most infiltration effectiveness up and risk down. Yeah, well, Ebba, it's a bit of a change from your old job, but there you go. So what do I even do with you? Defending against. I don't want you to defend against. I want you to tell me what's going on in Finland. Counterintelligence, build intel network? That's probably it, right? So now you're going to build up an intelligence network in Finland, right? And then I do what exactly? I have no idea what any of these are going to do or which is worth doing. Good first step. Now you wait. Ah, my favorite activity. Oh god, it's gone up to 1%. We're going to be invading Finland not too long from now, I'm sure. In fact, in 35 days. If the network is strong, get more intel, you can do espionage operations. Maybe get decryption and the cryptology department so you can use it. Let's try this cryptology. Oh, crikey. Oh, it's going to be built up with my factories. Okay, very good. Jump over diplomacy. Find the intel ledger. Well, don't have enough intel to say one way or the other. Don't know how strong their divisions are, but they probably have support artillery, and I certainly do not. Kinda wish I do. Nah, Kaladin. I hate imposing on people. Yeah, they probably do have better units than just my crummy horses. Insufficient resource. Oh yeah, I need that bit of rubber for my trucks, but that's okay. We're making trucks without rubber. That's gonna make some sparks. Barely make any as well. Jake, you should get the 4 departments on the top going for passive bonus intelligence and those at pot went. What, you mean get all of these? Civilian intelligence. How do you even... Oh, branch upgrades take 30. Can I just tell them all to... No, looks like they have to wait for each other. How long do they take? Just says upgrade in progress. Here it is. Okay, so 22 days until that's done. There's a lot more micro stuff than I ever remember Hoy being about. Cryptology is useful. I was told to work on cryptology. Who told me to work on cryptology? I'll believe them. Let's not believe the haters. It's extremely expensive and useless. Okay, good to know. Some people can be really, really bad at giving actionable advice. They keep going off on tangents. That's why it can be pretty difficult to ask for advice. It's useful when you invade majors, okay. Espionage in general is very useless. There's only one operation worth it, says Zengus. Well, we're trying it out. Alright, the game's still paused. And I'm still low on manpower, but for Sweden, that's some pretty good manpower. I'm probably going to want to deploy you. How long until you're not green anymore? 9th of November. Okay, that should be enough time. I wonder how quickly putting my boats out to sea is going to murder my my fuel. Are the Finns not aware that I'm right in their border here? They haven't moved any units to come and do anything about it. Ah, maybe when I start invading here, that'll push them to move up north to counter me, and that's when I come in from the south, and I'll confuse them. Maybe I can wait a bit on my naval invasion. Devilish. They're slightly more worried about the Soviets. Jake, one word. Supply works both ways. That's not one word. That's a lot of words. Okay, can I be doing anything with my officer corps at this point? Oh god, doctrines cost 100 experience. They never cost experience before, did they? They used to just be a research, right? I mean, I'm living in the past there, but it's all I can live in right now. You can see max fuel consumption under fuel. We will fill your fuel capacity. Okay, so my fuel capacity isn't even full. I'm just barely making any. What am I... What are all the resources up here anyway? Finland is going to give me a staggering 17 iron. Norway's got a fair bit more iron and a good bit of... Is that tungsten? No, that's aluminium. Tungsten's the drilly looking one. Yep. Wow, the Danes are pretty useless. And they don't have a lot of resources either. What about... okay, nothing at all in Iceland or Greenland. Goodness, that is grim. Sucks to be a miner in this game. Big times. Norway's a real gold mine, North Sea oil and all. I didn't see any oil here. And I still don't see any oil. Maybe they have some decisions or stuff that we'll get some. Or maybe we're just going to benefit from holding on to them in the next 30 or so years. Alright, huzzah! I've got a form department. That sounds a bit rubbish. So what is worth doing out of all of this intelligence stuff? In layman's terms, what am I going to get out of this? Oh god, none of this is going to be done in time. Do I at least have some information on these guys? Nope. If you think it sucks in basic, try with historical industry mod. No enemy ciphers being decrypted. Look on the map and add a country as a decryption target. 960 days to fully decrypt this. I hope there won't be a Finland in 960 days. Okay, is any of this worth my time then? Army intelligence, Navy intel. Well, I certainly want to know a bit more about Army intelligence. Trained to infiltrate enemy arms, serving as soldiers, generals, reporting as the secrets they get behind enemy lines. I told you what... I told you so was a very, very unhelpful thing to say, Kaladin. Right, I have no idea which of these is going to help, but tell me about Army. Start on Germany if you plan on joining the What? I don't know what you're talking about there. I was too naive to think I'd be getting helpful advice around here. Alright. Oh, I didn't actually deploy those units and I'm 2 weeks late for it. That's okay though. I can just say, go here, deploy now, and then let's not have you make more because we don't have space for more. I need you to join in here. Can I just like right click and have you? Nope. I need to right click on you here. And then, isn't there like add you to the plan thing somewhere? Oh god, I didn't actually make a battle plan, did I? Whoopsie doodle. I swear there was an add to button though. Control click. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's not what I want at all. There we go. Make this strategically dubious line here. And then start your invasion. I can see this going incredibly badly, so let's just make ourselves a little save here. Should have named it something like about to invade Finland, but there you go. So... time for you to go bye-bye. I want to get my everything. And there are a lot of things I didn't put into position for this, but too bad. You guys just go and start invading from the north. We'll wait for these fools to maybe, just maybe, move out north for that. And you folks, I need you to... how does this work again? I want you to patrol... okay, looks like they only do one thing. Anyway, patrol up here and get me some naval superiority so that I can move in for that. And what's all this? No enemy Conscription, we are at war. Air wings, no mission. Right. Not that there's much of a mission you could do from here. Yeah, your range is a bit pathetic. Yeah, is there even any point to having you guys do anything? Also, how does the airfield stuff work again? I have you guys out and I just have you do what exactly? Man, I cannot remember what you click on here for anything. There's an invasion support order. Is there? Naval invasion support. Hey, there we go. Sweet. Shore bombardment. Swell. Right, what was the airfield stuff? So I got my planes here. They're waiting for orders and you're waiting for orders. So I don't know how to assign you to do things again. Oh, there's all these things. Pilot exercise, air superiority. What kind of... your CAS and your fighters. Well, you wouldn't be doing anything over the Baltic Sea, and you can't even reach here. Yeah, Finland is out of reach. That explains why they're all zigzag there. But southern Norway isn't. You can do southern Norway. Anyway, it seems a bit of a waste of time. What I would probably do is wait until I hold Helsinki, move you over here, and then I'd get my support over Finland. So until then, you guys just kind of wait. H for halt, right. So I'd want you to do CAS and air superiority. Okay. Well, good luck, everybody. I have very, very few days of fuel already. Wow. You'll be out of fuel in 1.7 months. Maybe I should just invade immediately then. Yeah, screw it. Off you go. I can only imagine how grim this is going to go. Huh. Well, there's nobody over in Vasa. Are you guys actually there? Because I'm not seeing any units here. Did they just immediately disappear? Well, whatever. Get over to Turku. Turku is a priority. And you guys are probably way out of supply right now. Maybe you can go and take Tampere. What the hell is that? I have no idea. Well, just start marching out. Who cares about minor details like supply and cohesion? Just go and grab me what I demand. And oh well, we've located the Finn. Probably going to be bad news for me. He's probably going to wipe me out when he comes into me. But as long as I can maybe do a bit of oh Christ! Can I tell you to abort? Oh, they're not in Helsinki. Well, let me take Helsinki while I'm at it. You guys should probably go and provide backup for holding Helsinki. That would be nice. Press H. They will return to harbour. Well, I specifically want you... But then maybe you fighting here is a good idea to actually distract this guy. I mean, we're probably going to get brutalized. We do nothing, but they don't do much back. Yeah, that would be good. So, I want to... I'm already working on... Wait, Vasaport? You're going to go over and take Vasaport. But I'm more interested in taking Helsinki and moving my units in there to keep it well defended. Oh, come on. Everybody's always said that Hoi AI is broken beyond measure. At some point, you just stop wondering. So are these guys actually pretty fast by being on horseback or not? Speed is 2.56 kilometers per hour. No connection to supply network. Well, I'm fixing that, so... Quit your... Oh, good God. Whatever you say, weirdos. Please get into Helsinki before this guy makes his way over to it. Hey, nice of you to just let me in there. I will try to encircle you very poorly, and you could just easily break out regardless. But I want me some Helsinki. Hey, there we go. Helsinki is mine. So now I grab you folks, and I tell you to go to Helsinki? Go to Helsinki? Hey, that seems to work. So they're going to get on some boats and go to Helsinki and hopefully hold that nicely. Yeah, indeed. How are you guys doing? Ah, you found the Finn. My favourite little party game. How's this war going anyway? The Finns want to hold on. They need 20% or fewer victory points. Why does it say 20% or less? Oh, thankfully we've only lost 35 men. They haven't lost anyone, though. Unifying those little front lines might be a good idea. It might, mightn't it? I want my units in here first and foremost, though. Damn Swedes. So if you go here, and you maintain there, you go here, we might be alright, but they can just break through, no problem. Oh, are they sending out some boats? What's all this about? Just doesn't look good altogether, does it? As long as I hold these people where they need to be, I'm sure it'll be fine. And I want those planes of mine over in Helsinki. Why can't I go to Helsinki? Where is the Helsinki air place? Do they not have an airfield here? What am I thinking here? Maybe they didn't. Maybe I imagined there was one here, but there's one right here. So go and take that so I can fly on over and supply my people with some much needed support. So this poor bugger's now surrounded. Might as well give him what's for. Don't know if that's going to help me out much. He's going to get reinforced one way or the other and he's going to break this, but again, what's you going to do? I'm just here to take some land. If you mad dash to victory points and avoid fighting, you quickly capitulate the Finns and preserve what little manpower you have. Yeah, could certainly mad dash, couldn't I? Some people are less keen on dashing than others, though. Victory points are a hard one to calculate, in my opinion, or my experience. So are these guys ever gonna... Oh, well, they're getting the reinforcements now, which won't work out to my benefit. Got my armaments. Get yet more armaments, please, unless I have enough factories. How many factories do I have? I swear there used to be a count. I have 27... Maybe it doesn't count ones that you get from export. Probably not, I wouldn't. You can never have enough factories. I'm thinking for the extra slot, the extra research slot, we need 50. It worked for bloody Mongolia, it will work for Sweden. At least you have actual steel this time. It was literally in the tooltip. Yeah. Yes, it is. I'm still looking at this instead. More factories than 50, which I think includes the military ones. Man, what a mess it is here. Looking forward to having the rest of my units over here so they can actually help out a bit. You, however, are having a really hard time. At least this guy... Terrain, shore bombardment, his own country gives him a bonus. My units are so weak, though. So very weak. Good thing nobody's really dying. But it might be a little hard to wipe them out. Not unless we do just some quick and cheap and dirty occupado like so. Barely got anybody up north here, though. Maybe bringing them all in like this isn't a good idea. Well, whatever. In they come regardless. And did I move my planes over yet? Over you go. And I want you guys on Finland, again providing air superiority and CAS. And now they've got even more Finns here. I can't handle it, but I need them encircled, so get over there, please. Full-on encirclement, they'll never know what hit them. Hey, maybe even my naval landing people will do a little better. Anything's possible. But these sorry folk just need to... What are you doing going up there? Go along here or something. Oh god, there are actual Finns here. And they don't like me invading. And they're doing a lot better at stuff than me. So you guys should probably... hold? Do I tell them to hold? Do I tell them to stop the plan? Yeah, I can just tell you to hold here, stop them from coming in, reinforce each other. Might be easier said than done, might even get pushed back. How's the logistics stuff looking? Need more infantry equipment? Apparently I'm short on artillery. Who even uses artillery? Not me. There we go, get more on that please. Sure looking forward to having my actual units arrive in Helsinki. They are... This port is in Helsinki, right? It's not in this province, right? Ah, here they are. Here are all my lovely units. But I can't seem to tell them to move now. I guess they have no org, do they? No, they just arrived, so they're orgless. Ah, now I've got a bit of a risk of my own units running into a bit of trouble, because I just went for a mad dash here. And Finland has a bit too much. Bit too much for me to handle here. So my own units are actually quite at risk of being cut off and destroyed. So, what do? Do you want to make a mad dash for anything? There's not a lot to make a mad dash for. Unless V-Pure is willing to fall for me. Ah, screw it. Just give it your best shot. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. It's not the org. They can't move because they're being attacked. You can only retreat them into your own territory. And my units are not very good. Also, that's a lot in reserves rather than being in any way useful. Ah, crumbs. We ran into Finns. Yeah, my brilliant plan here is looking less brilliant by the moment, because the Finns are fighting back. Oh, but hey, we actually successfully took these guys out. Right, if that's the case, then maybe I should give these guys a new plan. How much is V-Pure worth? It's 3 points. Might actually be worth just going towards it. Push, 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 but this guy's in the way. And there's probably a lake here that I could barely see. Right, how do I just get rid of all these horrible lines that are here and instead make a new line for all of my guys to care about? Right-click on the trash can, it'll delete all current orders. Hey, that sounds good. Go away. Here's my new brilliant order. Get on this, and go. Brilliant plan, because it's my plan. Oh god, don't immediately lose the land that we took, please. They're going to push us back up here, which will be a little bit uncomfortable. But they've lost 6,000 Finns. We haven't. And then there's this poor bugger. I don't want him breaking out of there. You wouldn't happen to be able to stop him from that, would you? I'd appreciate it. My horses are god-awful. My goodness, he's got a lot of defense going for him. Bloomin' Swedes. Alright. How do you feel about your chances going over here? Well, he's there, which stops you from doing nice things. Right, just take care of that guy. I'm sure there won't be much left of him. I hope I'm ready for Norway soon enough. Okay, good. Norway's still 100 days away. Do you understand Swedish? Not a word of it. I've been living here 6 or 7 years. When the heck did I move here again? Oh god, wasn't it 2015? Or was it late 2014? Whatever the case, I've been here a long time. I still don't understand Swedish, and I have no intention of doing so. This is going to be a long, drawn-out fight if I can't get that last bit. And I think I probably should have made moves on Viipuri, but the Finns were over there. Hey, we've got an army department. I have no idea what to do with that stuff. How are the human rights going? I wouldn't know. I only fight Finns. Is that my guy? What are you even doing here? Go and encircle this guy. And take care of that. Northern Line seems to be having a very bad time, and I could do without all of these losses. Activate the army's plan. Which one? This one? Do I even want them doing that? I don't really want to push right now, do I? Ah, screw it. Get on it. I'm sure someone will figure out what to do. Oh, hey, that looks good. Go and take Viipuri. Put an end to the Finnish menace. Ah, crumbs, there they are. There's a lot of country here. Damn Finns and their lakes. I think they're so smug. What's all going on with all of this? Railway land appropriation. Is this just a way to get extra slots? Because that was limited for a long time. Air wings with no mission. How in the world? Where in the... Oh, crikey, I've got these people over here. Well, go over there. Plenty to be done in Finland. What even are you? Oh, a naval bomber. Okay, then. Hang fire there. I can't imagine you being particularly useful to me. Take the 50 PP decision to do war propaganda. War propaganda against Finland. Weekly war support goes up. Only 4 days of oil. Yeah, that's probably because I got all my boats out here. I don't think the boats need to be here anymore. Although maybe they provide bombardment bonuses for this. Regardless, they should head on back. How do I tell them to go back to port? I don't know. Oh, I think they are actively going there. It just doesn't show up here. Stop the mission, maybe. There's one stop. Look at click the anchor icon. There are a lot of icons here. The anchor one. This one, no. This one? Oh no. Right side of the missions. Aha, there we go. Hold then. Hold and go back to port. Hey, nice. These guys are doing alright. Just punch on through. The Finns won't know what hit them. The Finns never imagined they could have lost, and that's why they lose. Although, to be fair, they're fighting Swedes. Why would they think they could lose? Swedes with nothing but horses? What are my units even made of? A few guns and some support equipment for recon. I guess you'd need a lot of recon against these guys. Alright, you made an impressive ditch forward. Do you want to go up and secure that victory point? Or south and grab me Viipuri? Because I do want Viipuri. No, just press on forward. Grab Viipuri and end this bloomin' war. It's costing me way too much. And that should be game, set, and match with those kind of victory points coming in. Right, what else do I need to be producing here? I feel like I should be getting on artillery at some point, because my lack of offense is pitiful. So let's start making some towed artillery, so we can use that as support artillery. We have tungsten and stuff for it, so that should be fine. Alright, get the heck out of here. Oh my god, Finland's still holding on, even with me holding this. Alright, just grab some more provinces. That should be all we need to win this. Unless they manage to grab one of these back, then I'm going to be very sad. Right, one of you hold and just grab some garbage land here. And then maybe like you guys go and take some of that. And maybe if we finally take out these isolated Finns, we can call it something of a day. Oh man, these bloomin' Finnish lakes are getting in the way. I can't see me arse from my elbow. But at least we can excavate a bit more. This is dirty stuff here. This is not beautiful war. It's 38. Ooh, I can get myself a computing machine. Always wanted a computer. Jake, take Sala. The heck is Sala? Oh, you mean that? That's miles away. Yeah, granted. Might as well work towards it just in case other things fall through. Come on, get away, Finland. How do they have anything that they're still holding on to with? Go and take that. That should be the end of it. And if there's anybody who can still move anywhere, go over there. Also, how did I end up with some free military factories? Maybe these are factories I'm taking over. Maybe I want more military equipment. I always feel like I want more support, mind you. Take war propaganda before it ends. It'll continue after, and war support is a barrier for economic wars. Okay, that's a bit more of a better explanation. Weekly war support. Wow, my war support is awful. There we go. Can't trust those Finns. Just make sure the whole world knows how dastardly they are. There we go. Grab their goodies. Grab their trains and their fuel. Nice, you can take fuel. Excellent. Well, I think I'll be taking all of Finland. Isn't there just like a take everything button? Take all states. Maybe there's a point to puppeting them, but I just want their land, so give me all that. There, that looks rather nice. And the world doesn't really care that much. Excellent. How much did that contribute anyway? Justify war goal, justify war goal. Winning the war here. Tiny. Excellent. War support is absolutely crucial in the game now. No, not crucial. I thought it was crucial or critical. Low war support makes you easier to capitulate, lowers your mobilization, prevents better economy laws, draft dodging, and protests. Oh, all of that sounds bad. Good thing we know how awful the Finns are.